What happens when a procrastinator tries to do a 100 days challenge? And what if that challenge was set in a game that could best be described as a Minecraft Pokemon love child? Crafting, battling, and a world that is ever expanding. What's not to like? Let's dive into this universe. Hey Pokefans, I'm PG. No, not Pidgey, PG. Short for Procrastinator. You know, procrastinator and gamer, like mixed together. Anyway, welcome to a post-apocalyptic world of Pokemon. I realize this is different from the world you know. But stop now. Don't think of that world anymore. You're only torturing yourself. That world is gone now, and this is the only one we have left. What caused all this, you say? I don't know for sure. It was a normal day at first. My parents decided it was a good day for fishing. So we rented a boat, and off we went. The sky was clear and beautiful. But then, a blinding flash from inland, followed by a deep thundering sound. My parents were scared. They scrambled to sail further away, in an attempt to get us all back to safety. But we couldn't outrun the sweeping tidal wave. The boat went down. It was the last day I saw my parents. I have no idea what that explosion was. Surely not a Pokemon, right? I haven't seen anyone since the boat sank either. All I know is, I'm gonna have to get myself out of this mess. Who knows if help is even coming? So, I need to learn to survive here. It won't be easy, but it's my only shot. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me take you back to day one, when I first woke up here. Still disorientated from almost drowning, I tried to establish the basics of this new island I've never seen before. Ultimately, I need more than just me to survive. So I need Pokemon friends, materials, and somewhere to rest my head. Didn't do too shabby, day one. Made friends, added Squirtle, mistook a Swirlo for a Tailo.
Nope.
Got out of that situation fast. And collected some berries for later. Added another Squirt Boy, because why not? And Wooper joined the fiesta too. And this one I was particularly excited by, as now we could dig. No longer restrained by tiny ledges and our inability to jump. Added yet another Squirt Boy to the team. Starting to feel like the OG Squirtle. Not sure if I can pull off the shades though. And we managed to find an actual Tailo this time. So now we had a flying type on the team, good for later. And we need to catch bugs for Silky Thread. It is an essential material for making a bed to heal our Pokemon. So yeah, we need that definitely. We had a Corphish join our crew too. I'm not particularly a fan of Corphish, but he's good for two things. Hard shell and for the move cut. So we can cut down trees and grass to gain building materials, so we can then set up a base. For now, the final team member was a little Meryl. Gotta love it. Water typing, but also because Meryl's definitely one of my favorite Pokemon, so yay! On day 2, with our newfound power of Dig, our little crew went about looking for more shiny things, like water stones on the beach. You know, different stones in different biomes. I made some changes to the party too, as I refuse to pass up the opportunity of an EV roaming free. How could you say no to that little pixelated face? And an oddish, for the plan to turn it into a blossom later. Another one of my favorites. Blame this movie. We explored the area a bit to see what this world had to offer. Stumbled upon a graveyard where we swapped our Talo for a Mistrivus and found some dusk stones, as you can only find them in these biomes, and it's a bit more of a rare biome. Best take this opportunity while I can. I am alone here in this dangerous wilderness, with only my wits and Pokémon to guide me. I'll take every bit of help I can get. Looks like for day 3 we dug over to the other side of the mountain. Yeah, that apparently took all day. Don't look at me. I can only assume procrastination had some part of it. I found a blossom way earlier than I expected. So we upgraded from a level 8 oddish to a level 30 blossom. Booyah, baby! Ultimate cutting power! For those of you that don't know, only a fully evolved Pokemon can cut large trees. So not only do we not have to fight it, because we're pretty weak right now, we definitely die, but now we can collect materials faster. And we also made a pretty massive level leap. Nice, I'll take it. So, due to that lovely find, I can now start preparing materials for the base. I want that little SheerSt too, another one of my favorites. But I thought for now I need to prioritize. Nighttime is still dangerous for us, as there are still things that go bump in the night. But hey, no need to worry about that for now, right? It's a kid's game, right? And it's still daytime, right? No worries. Just walking through a graveyard, collecting my dusk stones, just minding my own business. Please no ghosty attack. Absol! Oh my gosh, another favorite of mine. I feel like this is a pretty lucky run so far. Okay, he's coming with us for sure. Very soon. But let me just grab some little stones and I'll be right with you, Absol. Oh, but wait. Look what we have here. A green Pokeball. I know what this is for. I'm just surprised I found it here. Full disclosure, this is not my first playthrough of this game. I wanted to do 100 days of Pokémon Wilds, but I haven't done the YouTubey things since 2013, so this is actually my second attempt to record a playthrough because my computer is a potato and really can't handle large files or just multitasking in general. Also, I was using a screen recording program that recorded in a format that my editing software couldn't even see. It was a great big fail. Anyway, moving on. As our first ghostly encounter happens, I clearly panic and I open up the menu to look for any Pokemon that could be a light source, and
it was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
I realized nothing can save me and prepare for the hold B for running away. Go! Or not. Balls. Pokeballs. Oh yeah! Blossom saves the day. I forgot we outranked Casper already. We battled through the night. Blossom sucked the life out of him, like the pretty little Dementor she is. Had to make a hard choice today and pick between favorites. Swapping Merle for Absol because it's rarer. But also the others we need for their abilities or materials they drop, so yeah, had to be, at least for now. With the intention of getting a Riolu later to replace Machop for its building ability, We got Volbeat instead for its light source, and for the silky thread it creates, a resource I've always had a hard time finding, but is essential. We head north up the island, collecting more resources as we go, before stumbling across a Wartortle. Another opportunity to get a higher level water type. Without a base yet, we have no real spawn point that Pokemon can be sent to when you catch them. So after quickly making friends with a Cyndaquil too, we set our spawn point here, for now at least, before attempting to catch the Ninja Turtle. Lucky for us, Wartortle is a decent level. After a quick round with Blossom and Mischievous, Wartortle was ours by day 6. Went to grab the other one too. I was shiny checking, to be honest. On my failed recording playthrough of this, I was ridiculously lucky with shinies. I even had a shiny Charmander right in the beginning, and later a shiny Venusaur. Both just chilling in the wild, walking about. But we won't talk about that, because I no longer have the recordings from getting it. Single glistening tear rolls down my cheek. Moving on. Searched through the night looking for a place to set up a good base, but got rudely interrupted by Casper again, who is already becoming more just a mild annoyance rather than something actually scary, which is, I guess, a good thing. Day 7. Lucky number 7. First we find something that makes any playthrough easier. Miltank, aka the health teat, the teat of life. We still need a few more ingredients before we bake ourselves a bed. So until then, I'll get all my energy from delicious, delicious, milky goodness. Then, even better, we've found a perfect place to set up shop. A variety of different biomes around, so no need to dig as much. Perfect. So, that's what we did day 8. Blossom and I, terraforming the area, getting a space so we can build. Ah, right. Yes, build. I forgot about that. No worries, I guess I'll have to look for Riolu first, before I start building them. Day 9, I focused on looking for Riolu, while training up Cyndaquil, who turned into Quilava. Yeah! I tried to catch an Aron for its metal coat, but a misclick meant I sort of failed with that one. Day 10. Looks like I got a bit bored of still no Riolu. So, decided to work on cutting the grass to make way for planned Pokemon enclosures. Even though we can't build anything yet, because we still need to focus on getting a Riolu in the first place. Priorities, PG, come on. Dear Diary, absolutely nothing mentionable happened today, whatsoever. I collected materials from some of my Pokemon. The procrastinator procrastinated instead of finding a Riolu. Typical. Thank you, past me, for creating quality content of just wandering around. Oh, amazing. The procrastination continues into day 12, but at least it was a tad more productive. We explored the desert, which has more powerful Pokemon in general. Got a skull fossil for later. We'll need a power plant type building to use that later, just later. Exploration carried on south. Finding another Miltank, always good. And some eggs, which I plan to steal later. Well, a non-consensual adoption, let's put it that way. Sounds better. Day 13 started with playing tag with a scorpion. Before finally going back to what we've needed to do for days now, finding a Riolu so we can actually build. After still getting no Riolu spawn by day 14, I got frustrated and began to wonder whether the spot I was in was just unlucky. I moved location and of course, the first thing that spawns there is finally the cutie we wanted to see. Finally! And with some trusty paralysis from Blossom and a bit of chipping away from Wooper, we finally managed to catch him in an Ultra Ball. By the next day, we could finally put our build plans in motion with the house and other things. So I could have somewhere to sleep, plus the Miltank Ranch, which will be our main way to heal until I can make a proper bed. More ranch building into day 16. Managed to move Miltanks over and started trying to hatch the eggs for them too. I want a lot of Miltanks. Even with the eggs we had, it wasn't really enough. So on day 17, I went out on a mission to get those other Miltank eggs I saw before. It took most of the day to get there, but it was more that they were protected by an aggressive parent Pokemon. Aggressive Pokemon will come after you if they see you steal an egg, even if that egg is not theirs either. Kind of cute, but less handy here, so I had to lead him away first. But we managed to grab the eggs without incident and decided to cut a pathway home for the sake of materials and laziness. Headed back just in time for the babies to hatch. And we also find the power plant building that you can use to create Pokemon from a fossil. Got a few jump scares on the way though. Luckily though, they can't pass light, see? By the next day, we dropped off our rehomed Miltank, got materials from our Pokemon, and grabbed our party to start building a stronger team. I'm 20 days into this 100 days attempt, and my team is, well, still pretty weak. So the day starts with our attempt to either catch or defeat all the aggressive higher level Pokemon in the area. Made a poop ton of Pokeballs. Riolu just happens to be the first on my list. And I get pretty annihilated. Yeah, we failed in catching or defeating Floatzel, but it's okay, as in this game, the wandering Pokemon keep the same effects and damage dealt as when you left them. This comes in very handy later with quick rules. So we healed up and we went for round 2. With a little bit of help from really the whole team, we eventually caught the Floatzel in a level ball. I have some weird glitch happening with my sleeping bag around my base. It keeps saying Pokemon are too close or something, but it only happens in certain spots. Who knows? But I was getting frustrated, so went for a midnight snack of Moo milk instead. I wanted to see what next high-level Pokemon I could try to get. Found a Charizard that looked very tempting. Not only is it a fire typing, which I don't have yet, but we earn our wings with a Pokemon like that. 61! Level 61, jeez! I thought it would be like level 27. Okay, we can work with this though. Just chip away, I guess. The realization yesterday of just how underleveled I was for Charizard made me try a new tactic. If I can't get the level match or speed match, the next best thing is typing. So, remember those water rules from before? Oh yeah, we're bringing the reinforcements, as well as some friends that can help us with materials. So the next day was spent getting back to base with our new goodies, but trying to carve out a quicker, more direct route across the mountain. This is also the first time I really realized how close I was to the mansion. From day 25 till day 30, I was building the enclosures for mystic soil, normal grass, snow and sand. Day 31 was the start of my next mission, of filling those enclosures. I am still in desperate need of silky thread and soft feathers for a bed. I spy with my little eye a little dragon who can join our cause. For now, I just pulled the big one closer to my house and grabbed the eggs. Day 32. Had some critters join us. Grab some berries for the base. I'll need a lot. Find a graveyard. Have another run-in with Casper. Panic less than before. Day 33. We leave some of these new Pokémon in the graveyard for now. I'll come back for them later. Probably. For now, we just need lots of different types. On the way back home, we spot an Alolan Riolu. Yes, please! That is power, surf, and teleport all in one. Now that's a bargain. A level 14! Amazing! Should be no problem for my level 19 Absol. Right, Absol? Right, Absol? Yeah, I never worried. Easy catch with a fast ball. And managed to grab a last Aaron too for the metal coats. At least redeeming myself from before. Relieved to be home again. We dropped off the newest additions into their new enclosures. Ended up catching Pikachu because, when the most famous Pokemon mascot jumps at you can't just turn them away. Raichu, we now have a bait system. The next few days were spent expanding our land. We still need a few more enclosures with Pokemon in them in order to be self-sufficient. So, starting day 35, Wooper and I got in some nice bonding time, fixing up different habitats with their respective berries for each one. It seemed a nicer way of doing it than just normal fences. And by the end of the day, the grassland around my house was sorted and the clay I had laid down. Day 36 was spent on the desert biome around the staircase. Day 37, Wooper wanted to focus on the water lovers, being one himself, of course. I can appreciate that. Day 38, we planted the seeds to give the desert biome its walls. And by the next day, we started the process of making the graveyard enclosure, but sadly quickly ran out of cursed soil. Got interrupted by a hatching Smeargle. I was pretty curious by his paint ability, but it's actually kind of lame. Or just not very useful, that's all. So that night I got the team down to its bare minimum. Absol for ride and Wooper for dig. We set off with two intentions. Number one was to grab some more critters for the farm. Number two was to grab more of the cursed soil so we could make the rest of the enclosure for, the ghosties, the graveyard. I headed north to the nest of Pikipeks I saw before when we were getting Wartortle. I was expecting it to be a bit harder than it was though. I even got on Absol all ready for the chase, but no. Mama Trumbeak and Co got both of themselves stuck without me even trying. Like taking candy from a baby. Or I guess taking a baby from a It's just adopting, I swear. No worries. Casper decided to make it his afterlife mission to teach me a lesson in karma for the rest of the night. And I clearly panicked here, and he got me twice. What's that? Our lovely new picky peck eggs hatch bright and early the next morning. And we find the graveyard on the way back home. And there I realise I have no new bed. Where did I put it? Swap it for the Mischievous or something? I don't remember doing this. Or why. Good job, past me. So, with that fail, we just carry on home. Have a close run-in with our local dragon. Everybody made it home safe though, so at least soft feathers should no longer be a problem. This carried on through the night, with more eggs from the beach, this time crabby though, for its hard shell. But tripped over a sleeping executor, which would have been cool to catch, but we didn't quite manage that. I just died instead. But hey, just think of it as a tactical teleport. Thank Arceus, this isn't a Nuzlocke. So I put the crabbies straight in their pen, so they can get to, you know, making babies ASAP. Then Absol and I got our steps in for the day, hatching those other crabby eggs. Played a dangerous game of tag with a Cacturne gang. Not my wisest decision, sure, but it was fun. And it worked out okay. The next day was spent making the finishing touches to the crabby pen, so they don't wander off and waste all that hard work. Come on. Absol's calves are swollen already from running so much. And finally, once we have a few more pieces of the puzzle, we can create what we've been waiting for. Soft bedding! Riolu grabs the pieces from me and rushes indoors to craft us a beautiful proper bed. Ta-da! What day is it? 44 now. And this is the first time we get to sleep properly? And not age 10 years just to heal a Pokemon after a fight? Also, the irony is not lost on me that by the time I finally finish the bed, it is already morning. Couldn't finish it at, oh, I don't know, you know, bedtime. I didn't care. I slept anyway. Prove a point. Refreshed and ready, we aim for a high-level Sun Slash. Due to the power of stun and chipping away, we got the spiky boy. Started the day off right. Day 45 with a double fail. First one from my level 16 Riolu, losing against just a level 10 Pinsir. Let's not talk about it, he's already embarrassed. But I can't judge, because then it was my turn. I wanted to catch the Pinsir, but a misclick meant I didn't catch him so much. No worries though, we can do better than level 10 anything. 46, we caught a level 40 camper up. Another nice level boost for us. And an ambipom. We're on a roll. Day 47, we tried getting a metang, but another misclick here from me. Led to me, not getting a metang. Choosing takedown rather than curse. Oops. Wanted to get a Glaceon, but a critical hit from Weasel meant we aren't destined for that one either. This is going well. Sunslash and I get to work on the graveyard. While getting our hands dirty, an old friend popped in to say hello. Seemed pretty mad for some reason. No idea why. But she easily trashed the whole team pretty much. KOs all around. Except for Wartortle, who was a clear MVP of this fight. Still chipping down the Dragonite. And finally, we get her in a heavy ball. We just earned our wings, ladies and gents. Team's looking pretty strong now, not too shabby. Now that we have a good bed to sleep in and a pair of wings to fly, the next thing we need is beacons. When you have a psychic Pokemon with you, you can teleport to these points. Fast travel, baby! But for that, we need a couple more things. Dusk Stones from the graveyard, Psi Energy from Psychic types, and Life Force from Ghost types. So, off to the graveyard we go. Went for Miss Magius at first, but realised I didn't have the right poke for a fight with a ghost. Just too many normal type moves, so I leave it alone for now. Did get lucky with the Charizard though. Day 53 was spent grave digging. All day long. Until the next day, when we got distracted by a Rhyperior. Things are much easier to catch now I have a Dragonite. Not only do we have one to tank the hits, but even better, level balls are cheap to make and they are very effective. Day 55 kept on the trend of collecting more strong pokes. Aimed to get a Meganium. Went to pee IRL and didn't think to pause apparently, so wasted half a day. But we got it by day 56. Tried to get the other one too, but didn't work out. Did manage to get the Cloyster though, with the help of Dragonite's mere presence. Overdid it slightly with Sandslash. You got an unfortunate crit from Slash and killed our to-be level 52 Parasect. And then again, with the level 50 Ariados.
Bruh.
Dragonite and I went on a mission for love. It took all day, but we beat him into submission with love balls. Checked out the Venusaur, but just beat it rather than catch it, as it was too low level at the time. This stupid decision causes me so much pain later. I hate myself for this moment. Checked out the Charizard, but needed to heal up the team before taking on that beastie. Got back home day 58 to work on the ghosties area. Now we finally have enough cursed soil and ghosties themselves. Basically nothing noteworthy happened day 59 and 60. Just healed up all the new pokes to see what additions we can add to the main team. Rhyperior looks promising with a whopping 4 abilities: Dig, Smash, Ride and Surf. It's just a shame he's a bit underleveled, so I ended up staying with Sandslash for now. We worked around the base, collecting materials and building a road to the mansion. Collecting much needed ashen soil and light clay for the last few enclosures we still have to make. Carried on the road past the mansion and on through to the other side of the mountain. I like making things easily accessible, since I have to collect materials anyway. You know, 2 birds, 1 stone and all that. This carried out into day 62 as well, fixing up the pathways around my house and the mountain, before eventually I got bored and decided it was finally time to check out the mansion. So, bright and early, day 63, the team and I headed out. And using the key we found earlier, we opened the door. With fire and poison types jumping at us every few feet, it was tough, but we soldiered on, flipping on the switches as we work our way through the mansion. Day 64, we stumble across a Ditto, who not only is useful for breeding, but is like free XP, as Ditto has no attack, and for some reason it can't even struggle, making it an easy catch. Took Ditto home for now, because going through that mansion without any sort of repel is just painful. I need a Venusaur, or something with repel as an ability at least. So day 65, Dragonite and I went looking all around the island for one. Got distracted by a Marowak, which I couldn't pass up, as I know it learns full swipe, which will be good for later. Managed to get it in a level ball by day 66. Before my potato computer decided it didn't much like life and gave me more of this for the recording. By the next day, we added a 3rd dragon with yet another love ball. I'm starting to make a harem over here. Wartortle got so excited by the prospect, he evolved right then and there on the spot. He's a big boy now, trying to impress the ladies. We start heading home after that to heal up and to check out our newest additions to the family. We chilled out a bit, collecting a few more ingredients from our pokes and try to find the right homes for everyone. We want them to be as happy as possible. You know what they say, a happy Pokemon makes for a happy item bag. Day 69. I get bored. I don't want to explore again. I mean, I gotta do something special on day 69, right? So Dragonite and I head out for the desert, where the stronger Pokemon are. And what do we find? A Milotic, baby. Always a cool Pokemon. Sadly not shiny this time though. No worries, it's still awesome. And we caught it. We kept exploring, battling anything that seemed strong and catching what we could. I hurried to take my team home to heal up. They were mostly KO'd at this point. We headed back actually to go get the Garchomp, but I see a crocodile, which I thought I'd check out. Glad I did too. Look at this guy. He is by far the strongest Pokemon I've come across. He replaced Marowak as our new ground type. Day 72 and 73, I got back on track with the planned Garchomp capture. It went pretty well. Couldn't quite get them both in one round, but I'll be back. I've been battling for a while and fancied a change of pace. Probably good too, because it made me notice the unfinished parts around the base, letting all the Pokemon escape. Good times. Dragonite and I flew around in search of berries so I could finish the fences around the farm. I did get distracted a bit, but only a little, and maybe a little more, and maybe a tiny bit more. Day 75 was much more productive in terms of berry hunting. I'm proud of myself. No straying off task, for once. Although the journey back home reminded me I really need to set up the beacons already. I need to be able to cover more ground more quickly. So, day 76, I was focused on the last ingredient that we still don't have enough of, Psi Energy. So I made a breeding pen for Ditto and Slowpoke. After that, the rest of the berry fences. I decided it was time to expand our world. Now we have wings, it should be easier, but we need berries for the farm, and a Venusaur to make navigating the mansion less torturous. So, Dragonite and I leave for another island to the east, hungry for adventure. Things start off well when I kill a Magmortar, accidentally, with a crit. Did at least manage to get some berries though. Caught a Yanmega. Tried to catch a Scizor, but it didn't want to come with. Did manage to get a Vaporeon though, on day 80, which is Lowe's call it anyway. And a Blissey, which was easier than I thought it would be. Ran into two beautiful Pokemon I absolutely love in the Savannah, Luxray and Ampharos. Managed to get both of them by day 82. Garchomp and I kept up our search for strong Pokemon that can join the team, preparing for our hard fight ahead. We flew through the desert, and a lovely Manatee caught our eye. But I started running out of Pokemon that I could just chip away at her. And obviously not wanting to kill her, so we let her be for now. Just for now. Considered taking a Lapras I found too, but decided it was better to keep the stronger Yanmega. I need to create a little base here to put all the Pokemon I've acquired so far. I really need to start heading in the direction of my spawn here on the island. The thing is, I completely forgot to sleep inside of a fenced-in area on the side of the island that I came in from. So I don't really want to move the spawn point on the map as it tells where my Pokemon are being sent. I try to be an opportunist with a couple more pokes as I continue on to this random spawn point in the darkness, even though I literally only have Crocodile alive at the moment. We try, but can't chip away enough. So end up running, adding yet another Pokemon to my to-do list for later, and then another 2 Garchomp. The Garchomp was strong, too strong, and our main MVP Crocodile finally went down. Finally, we got to spawn. Through the power of game logic and teleportation, we wake up in a place we've never seen before, like some sort of hungover mess from a Friday night out. Now we're finally here though, and our captured pokes haven't wandered too far. Riolu gets to work on the fence right away. And phew, we can finally sleep. Much better. Got a call of kids inside too. I searched through the night looking for any other Pokemon I've caught that could be wandering away. I'm now in a good position to start bringing these guys back home, where we need them. So I set up a beacon to make things easier. Had a jump scare at night though. It was so dumb. I remember thinking, did I not cut these down yet? And then boom, ambush. At least I didn't freak out with the keys this time though. I might be known for a bit of that. Garchomp and I fly back for the others, but I don't want to leave yet. I'm still missing the one thing I actually came here for, a Venusaur, Pokemon that has the ability Repel. And that Pokemon needs to be high level. To be effective in the mansion, it needs to be almost level 50 to keep 99% of the things away. This part is where I really start regretting not resetting or something to get the Venusaur we found before. Because now I'm getting desperate. If I really want to get the prize from that mansion within the 100 days time limit, I need to get my button gear already and stop procrastinating. Day 88 is just searching. At least we find a Drowsy, which is at least better than Slowpoke, as he only produces Psy Energy. Slowpoke sometimes gives Hard Shell, and it's not what I want so much of. Like Clay, however, yes please. I fly everywhere I can find on the map with forests on this island, but I still can't find a Venusaur. I end up calling it a day and heading home due to no luck. Day 90 as well. I see an Azumarill I want to catch, and luckily we end up getting it, with a little love and persuasion. And as soon as I get back home, I drop our Drowsy in the breeding pen with the Ditto, so they can get busy. Day 92 and 93 were spent making a beach enclosure for our water types. Day 94 through until day 97, Garchomp and I focused on the dragon enclosure, mostly, and some other smaller parts around the base. I remove and try to hatch the Slowpoke eggs, as they seem to be stopping Drowsy and Ditto from creating their own. Day 99 and 100. Creating more enclosures next to the mansion for Ashen Soil and Light Clay. Sadly, I didn't do anything particularly special day 100. To be honest, at the time of playing, I didn't realize I'd got to day 100 already. What I ended up doing was timing how long the day-night cycle was and working out what day I was on from that, but after I'd played. Travel west, where we visit island number 3, in search again for the elusive Venusaur. After a little bit of time at the new island, and after catching ourselves a Rhyperior, that's sadly when I noticed the spawn point issue. I forgot to set the spawn point again, but this time it was so much further. It set my spawn miles away, in a part I hadn't even explored yet. I am having to fly to the pitch black part of the map to find this place. And guess what that means? When my team faints, I can't even sleep to revive them. because I'd lose the point in the map. Day 118 was spent searching through the forest for a Venusaur. The next day we reached the graveyard. Had a run-in with Bennett. Tried to catch him at show because I noticed I didn't have a Pokemon with me that could build. And the next day was more searching for Venusaur. Huzzah! A Venusaur! Lucky for us, it's a nice high level too. Blastoise helped with the chipping down process. Until we caught... oh, nuh-uh! That's some bullshit! Oh no! Oh, look at that! Oh, my computer crashed and it reset the game. Look, I already missed the deadline to have this first part of the journey be done within the 100 days, and no one wants to see me flying around wasting time for gosh knows how many more days. We got him down to basically 1 HP, and made a mental note of where Venusaur was to come back later. Over the next 3 days, we got the base set up, and we stocked up on Pokeballs, and we brought the little ones inside. I get back to Venusaur. And we get it! Finally! We have the missing piece! Don't mind me, just picking up some stragglers. Began a grind with the team. We finally had the last piece of the puzzle, but we still need to be strong enough to survive the fight ahead. finally start taking the kids back home. I may have got a little distracted, but it ended up being worth it. We bring the new ones back home after a few more drop-offs. The day has finally arrived. We are finally ready for our last storm of the mansion. This is what we train for. We will succeed. We have to. There is no one else anymore. I have traveled far and wide at this point and never seen another soul. What happened to them? Because I have this horrible, creeping feeling that the creature lurking in that building has something to do with it. We work our way through the mansion and gradually make our way to the secret that's hiding there. Gonna save just in case we mess up and kill it. Magically restarted all by itself. Take two. Take three. Take 4. Finally got it! 4th time's the charm. I still wasn't actually sure if it was a shiny though. I thought, there's no way. I'm not the type to spend hours hunting a shiny. Once we got out of there with the escape rope, I couldn't wait to go home and double check. I grabbed him and rushed into the grass. And there they were! Well, I know we failed the 100 days challenge, but it doesn't really feel like a loss. So maybe this story is more about the journey, and the friends we make along the way. I think there are more mysteries here. Deep, dark places I have yet to fully explore. But those stories will have to wait for another day. This video is already more than an hour. If you made it this far, just know I love you for it. It took forever, but this was fun to make, so I think I'll keep doing this. Signing off for now. I hope to catch you in the next one. Let's procrastinate together again sometime.